Guys, review time, and this is review number 5. It is Mexican Kitchen in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and I've had some people ask me about this place, and so I'm going to give you a review, and so see you soon. All right, guys, this is review number 5, and I went to the Mexican Kitchen in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and so chips and salsa came out. It was a different experience than I have had before. The chips were taco shells that were cut into half, and then, of course, they were fresh. The salsa was different. Not going to say it was bad different. It was just different. It was more like a hot sauce with a slight tomato taste. There was no chunks of tomatoes, nothing like your traditional salsa. Super spicy, 7 out of 10 on the spice scale. And so it was a little bit odd. I asked the lady about the salsa. I said, "Hey, tell me about the salsa." She said, "Well, it's a family recipe. It's a secret. My grandfather knows it, and he won't tell us." And I said, "Okay, that's no problem. I don't want to know necessarily the recipe, but I was interested in knowing what it was. It tasted almost like an enchilada hot sauce, if that makes a little sense. It was darker. It was kind of a more of a brown than a red sauce. And so I had that, and then I ordered what they have on the menu called the small plate, and so you can go small, medium, or large, and depends on what you order is how many items you get on the plate. So my small plate came with a taco, a pork tamale, a beef enchilada, rice, and beans. And so the taco it had cheddar cheese on it, shredded cheddar cheese instead of mozzarella. It had a tomato wedge inside of it, which all I wanted was the meat, cheese, and lettuce. It tasted the taco seasoning tasted almost more like chili than your traditional taco meat. They use a lot of chili seasonings in their hamburger meat. The tamale was decent flavor. It was super small. I asked her about the tamales. She said, "Well, when COVID hit, they had to rearrange some stuff. Her grandmother used to make the tamales, and now they order them." And so the enchilada, when the plate first came out, you look at the photo I'll upload. It didn't even look like there was an enchilada on the plate. It was super small. Wasn't very big, but had some of the chili hamburger meat on top of it. The rice was good. That was the highlight of my meal. Was the rice. It was fresh. It was fluffy. It wasn't the rice wasn't hard, but it was good. The beans were just basic beans with didn't have any cheese on it. It was just beans. The cheese sauce, I ordered an extra tamale with cheese sauce just so I could try their cheese sauce. And again, a really small tamale. And then I got the cheese. The cheese sauce, it was more of a pepper jack cheese inside of it. Wasn't your traditional cheese sauce. Had a really good flavor. It was a little spicy. But I noticed as other people came in, I was one of the first ones in. The other people came in, half the table got for chips, the half taco shells, and the others got the traditional style chips. I didn't get a chance to try those. I'm not sure if they do that for larger groups to break it up or what they do. So that's what I got. So I based the food quality at a 5 out of 10. The authenticity of 5 out of 10. The salsa and chips, a 5 out of 10. The menu items, not a lot of menu items, a 4 out of 10. The drinks, the Diet Coke was good. The first class I got, my refill, it tasted a little flat. So I give it a 4 out of 10. The service was a 6 out of 10. The atmosphere was a 5 out of 10. And then the value, and I'll upload my receipt, you can see that, was a 5 out of 10. So the quick takes today was you get smaller portions. I did get, when I asked for just a taste of the cheese sauce on my tamale, I got it may have been 2 tablespoons at most, but I got charged for a 4-ounce bowl. It was $4 for that. So wasn't really too happy about that, but it was what it was. The sauce and chips are a little different, so be prepared for that. And so that was my rating, and so I'll upload my score sheet here in just a moment with the total score. And so Mexican Kitchen, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Would I go back? I would go back. I would probably try something a little bit different. And so that's my review of the Mexican Kitchen in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And so I hope you enjoyed that review.